Hello, Baggy Barracuda artists. Let's make some art. If you have not already watched the great video by Mr. P in Mr. P's studio showing you how to paint different green squares, please stop this video and go back and watch Mr. P first. He's going to show you the technique or the skills that we need in order to do the art project we're going to do together now. For today's project, we are going to do a painting using different values of the same color. What I mean by different values is, value is a word that in art means how light or how dark a color is. So we are going to choose one color and paint different sections of our painting with different values of that same color. So we're going to do, for example, if we choose red, we're going to do a range of colors, different steps from a very dark red to a little bit lighter red, to a medium red, to a little bit lighter red, to a very light red, which will probably be what? Pink. Okay? So, another word for the kind of painting we're doing is called a monochromatic painting. And mono stands for one, and chromatic means color. So monochromatic is going to be a one color painting. Let's go over the supplies you have for this project. You should have a cup of water from home. You will have a paintbrush from your paint set. You will have a couple paper towels to dry your brush or clean up any spills. You will have one of these designs. You'll have a flower or balloons or a caterpillar or a fish. And I'm going to show you how to do each of these paintings. And if you like, you can watch me paint all of them and then follow along when I get to the one that the design that you have. Or you can go ahead and just skip forward and watch me do just the page that you have. Finally, you have a piece of newsprint, a big piece of blank paper, and we're going to open this up and use it to keep our desk clean while we do our project. Okay, now I have my work area all set up, and we're going to do a monochromatic painting, a monochromatic flower. So this flower has 8 sections, and I don't think we need to do 8 jumps of values of the color, but how about 4? So what we're going to do is we're going to paint 2, the ones that are across from each other, each the same value, and then paint the next one a little bit lighter, and the next one a little bit lighter, and the next one the lightest. The first thing you're going to do is, like Mr. P did in his video, I would like to make an orange, I want to make a red flower. So we're going to do red here. And I got a little bit of water in my paint, and I'm going to make it as dark as I can. So we're going to use less water and make the paint nice and thick. Got a little more water, just rub. And I'm going to paint one as dark as I can. I'm scrubbing that paint out of there. I'm going to fill my shape, my first shape. Get a little more water on my brush. I'm going to scrub out some paint, and I'm going to paint the shape opposite. And we are doing our darkest value right now. So as much paint as I can get off there, I'm scrumming it out. Okay. So now let's use a little more water on our brush, and we're going to go around the circle and do one little bit lighter. That seems like it's a little dark, so I'm just going to just add water because I want this one next to it to be a little lighter than the one before. And then I'm going to try and match this one over here to that one. Okay, so let's speed up just a little bit, and you can watch me finish the rest of the flower. At the end, I'm going to choose a color to paint the middle, and then I'm going to choose a complementary color to paint my background. One of the best ways things you can do to make a piece of art finished is to paint the whole page with a color. So when I say a complementary color, on our color wheel, a complementary color is a color that is on the opposite side. So for red, the complementary color is green. So if I'm doing a red monochromatic flower, monochromatic meaning more than the same color with different values, I'm going to paint around my flower green. And here we have our finished painting. We have a monochromatic red flower going from dark red to lighter to a little light pink. And we have a contrasting color background, which is our green. So let's do one more. How about our balloons? For this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's do 2 really dark, 2 a little bit lighter, 2 a little bit lighter, and then 2 super light. So we're going to do 2 balloons of each value, and we're going to do 4 different values, 2 balloons of each. So today, these are balloons, so I'm going to work backwards. I would like my sky to be blue, which means that on my color wheel, if my sky is blue and I want to use a complementary color, which is a color that looks nice and is pleasing to the eye, we're going to use an orange color for our balloons. So we are going to start by painting our darkest color first, and we're going to paint 2 balloons as dark as we can, and then we'll use a little more water and paint 2 more balloons, and then a little more water and paint 2 more balloons. That means we'll have 6 done, and then we'll use mostly water and paint the lightest blue we can make on the last 2 balloons. So I'm going to speed up the video for you and you can watch me do the work. I'm going to paint the balloons and then I will paint the background. Okay, let's paint a monochromatic fish. And this one has a lot more shapes than the other papers we had. So I think I'm going to combine them. So what if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 jumps of color. Do you think we could do that? I don't know. Let's try. So we're going to do 7 jumps of value on our monochromatic fish. And let's choose another set of colors that are going to be complementary. So why don't we do a purple fish with a yellow background. I'm going to get started and I'll speed up the video and you can watch me paint my darkest color first. I'm going to add a little more water and a little more water and a little more water until the very end is the lightest purple I can get. And here we have our monochromatic fish with a complementary color background. And we have how many jumps of color? Let's count them. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we go 7 different values from darkest to lightest. And you'll notice that I used a lot of water to get it's a nice big area, the background. So I used quite a lot of water and made the yellow real thin just so I could cover the white and give my fish somewhere to swim. Okay, and now let's do our caterpillar. So I definitely think I want my caterpillar to be green. So we're going to paint his body green in different values. And then we're going to paint his background a complementary color to green. So we have green, and complementary to green is red. So we're going to do a green caterpillar with a red background. And let's see, he's got lots of sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, that's a lot. How about we start with the darkest color green at the end and we work forward and maybe do like 2 or 3 sections, maybe 4 sections at a time in different values. So darkest value, add a little more water, add a little more water, a little more water until it's the lightest color on the end. And we'll paint his feet black. And we'll also paint his antenna and his eyes. And then when we're finished, we'll have darkest to lightest value, green, and then we will do our background red. So he has somewhere to live. Watch and paint along. And here we have 4 monochromatic paintings showing, so monochromatic meaning using the same color. We have 4 paintings showing different values of the same color from dark value to the lightest value, darkest to lightest, darkest and lightest. We have dark ones and light ones. And all of our backgrounds are complementary colors. Thanks for doing art with me, Barracudas. See you next time.